Hashtag Lenovo Legion Tower 5i Gaming PC YouTube script. Most people overpay for gaming PCs because they're buying way more power than they actually need. But here's the thing with the Lenovo Legion Tower 5i, you're getting a really solid mid to high tier machine that handles everything you throw at it without the enterprise workstation price tag. Link is in the description if you want to check the latest price on Amazon, and I'll break down whether this is actually worth it for your setup. So let's talk about what you're really getting here. The Intel Core Ultra 7265F is a pretty capable processor that handles gaming smoothly while still leaving headroom for streaming or content creation if that's something you do. I've been running games at high settings and the CPU stays cool and responsive. If you're jumping from like a 5-year-old machine, the difference is noticeable right away. The RTX 5070 Ti is where things get interesting. This GPU is basically the sweet spot for gaming in 2024 and early 2025. You're getting solid 1440p performance at high refresh rates, and even 4K gaming is absolutely doable if you're willing to tweak settings. I tested a bunch of newer titles and they ran great without constantly fiddling with graphics menus. The VRAM helps with future-proofing too, so games in the next couple years should still feel smooth. 32 gigs of RAM is honestly more than most gamers need right now, but it makes the machine feel snappy when you've got Discord, Chrome, and streaming software running in the background. Multitasking doesn't feel like you're choking the system. The 1TB SSD is fast enough for boot times and loading, though I'll be honest, if you play a lot of games, you'll probably want to add more storage down the line. That's pretty easy with this tower though, it's designed so you're not fighting with cables to upgrade stuff. The tower's design is clean and modern. It has good cable management from the factory, which is something you don't always get. There's plenty of room to work if you want to swap components later, and it has solid cooling so you're not hearing fans ramping up constantly during normal gaming sessions. Lenovo threw in 3 months of Xbox Game Pass too, which is legitimately useful. You get a bunch of day one releases and back catalog titles, so that's something like $60 of value right there. Worth picking up some games you wouldn't normally buy. Here's what I really like about this machine. You're getting plenty of performance for the price, the build quality feels solid, and upgrading parts is actually straightforward if you want to tinker later. The design looks professional enough that it doesn't scream gamer cave if that matters to you. The honest part is the storage situation, you might feel that 1TB limitation faster than you'd think. And if you're doing heavy streaming, you might want a slightly higher-end CPU down the road, though this one holds its own just fine right now. If you game regularly and want something that'll last a few years without breaking the bank, this is a real contender. Links below for the current price on Amazon, and thanks for watching.